Thank you. So what we are going to discuss, okay, some of you people joined newly. I know that. Uh, and there are old people also, which is being they are being continued from the other batches. So let me introduce myself for the new one. Okay, I am Shiva. I have overall 8 years of experience. I work with multiple technologies. Okay, so and my domain is a DevOps engineer. Okay, so I hold certifications, certified Kubernetes administrator, and I hold Terraform Associate and the AWS Developer Associate certifications. Okay, so then today is the course of Jenkins. Okay, so we are going to start the Jenkins, and what are the different topics that we are going to look into the Jenkins we will be seeing here today, and the project, and we are going to see the creation of the AWS account for the new one. Old one already know that one. Okay, so I hope, let me share my screen. Yes, I hope my screen is visible, right? So what are the different topics that we are going to see as part of our Jenkins in this 10 days duration of time, right? So now let me go here to this place. Uh, yeah, here, this is the different concepts that we have. First of all, start with the yeah, I think I am audible. Okay, so I will be explaining you how to create master slave architecture, and then we will be going to the next topics. Okay, so before going to the next topics, what I'm going to explain different terminologies that will be helping you with the Jenkins. Okay, what is controller? What is executor? Okay, what is build executor? What is build? What do you mean by pipeline? So all these terminologies you will be knowing you should be able to know before moving to Jenkins actually. So these are the different parts that we are going to look in the introduction part, and then we are going to deep dive. Okay, in this deep dive, okay, we are going to create a freestyle project with pipeline syntax. Okay, now creating and working with pipeline projects also. Okay, creating and working with multi-branch pipeline projects. Okay, we are going to integrate with GitHub, and we are going to create multi-branch pipeline projects actually. Exploring various options that we have for creating pipelines actually. So we have multiple options that we have, freestyle and the pipeline and the multi-stage pipeline. And I'm going to show you what are the different options that we have as part of this. Okay, we are going to integrate Jenkins with the GitHub. Okay, we are going to integrate Jenkins with the Sonar Cube for for the static code analysis. Okay, for finding the vulnerabilities of our applications. Okay, we are going to integrate Jenkins with Docker Hub to push our Docker images to hub.docker.com. We are going to integrate Jenkins with Trivy. Trivy is also, these are all the different tools. Trivy is also one of the tools to scan our Docker images. We are going to integrate the Jenkins with uh, Kubernetes to automatic deployment of our application to the Kubernetes cluster if any changes happen in the GitHub repository for our application code. Okay, so all these things we are going to integrate, and we are going to integrate with S3 because we need to store our application artifacts. What is an artifact? It's like a zip file or the jar file. In Java, we call it as a jar file where we need to store the artifact in some place. The famous places where we store as part of the AWS is S3, and people in the real time also stores in S3 as well as in JFrog and Nexus. These are the different uh, repositories that we are having to store the artifacts. Okay, we are going to integrate it with S3 to store our artifacts. Okay, S3 is one of the service. I'm going to explain the service of S3 and that will be storing there, where you can store the files and folders or all the things in the S3 of AWS actually. Okay, so we are going to integrate all our Jenkins with this different tools actually. Now Jenkins configuration, as part of this Jenkins configuration. So in your pipelines, sometimes you require for you secrets are required. Suppose in order to push our Docker images to hub.docker.com, we require hub.docker.com username and hub.docker.com password. Right. So how to manage those secrets as part of the Jenkins? Okay, we are going to see that how to manage the credentials or the secrets and using them in the Jenkins pipeline. So we are going to see that configuring custom environmental variables with Jenkins pipeline, how to configure our custom environment variables. And Jenkins also provides predefined environment variables that also we are going to see. And configuring Jenkins pipeline with parameters. Okay, we can pass different parameters for our Jenkins pipeline based on the parameters. Uh, our Jenkins pipeline is going to work actually based on our inputs. That what parameters means we will be giving some inputs to the pipelines. Based on the inputs, our Jenkins pipeline will be working actually. So that's a how to configure them. I'm going to explain. And configuring upstream and downstream projects. Okay, what is upstream and downstream projects represents is after building of one pipeline, the second pipeline will be built. Okay, so how to configure that stream and downstream projects we are going to see actually. And this point I've already explained, configuring predefined environment variables with Jenkins pipeline. We are going to see that user and role management in Jenkins. How users are managed, how you can create users actually. Suppose I have created a user, okay, in Jenkins. That user should have only the view permissions in Jenkins. Okay, that means that user should be able to view the what is that? Uh, Jenkins pipelines only. You should not able to build the pipelines. You should not be able to modify the pipelines. Anything you should not able to do. You should only able to view the pipelines. So how to give such kind of permissions as part of this Jenkins? We are going to see that very clearly. And using plugins, we are going to use lots of plugins in this particular 10 days period actually. One of the example is Blue Ocean and the other example is Build View, and we have like that plugins we are going to use uh, as part of this uh, Jenkins course, and exploring Jenkins stash and working with it. What is Jenkins stash and why it is used? Okay, what is Jenkins test and why it is used, and all these things we are going to see actually. Okay, so after this configuration, we will be moving towards the troubleshooting and the backup. What are the different problems that we may face when we deal with Jenkins? Okay, troubleshooting issues and the problems faced in Jenkins actually. Now, backup and restore is very important in Jenkins because it will be asked in the interview question wherever it is possible, because whenever is whenever there is a problem with Jenkins, how you can back up the data that is created by the Jenkins actually. You should not lose the data. That means Jenkins pipelines data and the plugins data, all these things. How do you can back up? How you can restore to a new Jenkins machine, existing Jenkins data, okay, existing Jenkins machine data, how you can restore in the new Jenkins data so that it will be working as a normal thing. So we are going to see that part as part of backup and restore from the Jenkins machine actually, right? So these are the different concepts that we have seen. We are going to see actually some concepts like parallel parallel stages execution also will be there. Okay, so sequential and the parallel execution of stages actually. So we are going to see that. Okay. So, but yeah, I have not mentioned here. We are going to see all those things actually. So, and we are going to do a project on this Jenkins actually. So let me open the project before moving further. Uh, where is the project? I think this one. Okay. So this is the entire CI/CD pipeline project that we are going to see as part of this Jenkins. Okay. As part of this, like what will happen in this project is there will be a developer who will be pushing his code to the GitHub repository. We are going to take an example of Spring Boot application. That's a Java application. Spring Boot is one of the framework of Java, uh, where the developers will be pushing their code to the GitHub repository, right? So once the developer pushed their code to the GitHub repository, until the deployment of that code to the Kubernetes cluster, everything will be automated through this Jenkins pipeline. So what we are going to see, let me explain one by one stage actually. Okay. So once the developer pushed his code to this Jenkins GitHub repository, okay, this Jenkins pipeline will be triggered by the webhook. We are going to configure webhook with the Jenkins actually. So what is webhook? Means whenever any change that is happened in this GitHub repository, okay, the GitHub, what is GitHub? The place where we store all our application code, right? So whenever if there is any change happen to our code that is there as per the GitHub repository, our GitHub webhook will be triggered and that will trigger our pipeline. Okay, in the next stage of the pipeline, as a first stage, all the code from the GitHub repository will be fetched by the Jenkins actually. All the code from the GitHub repository will be fetched by the Jenkins. Once the Jenkins fetches the code, okay, Jenkins will execute. That means our pipeline is going to execute Naveen build. We are going to use Naveen tool, to build our project actually, okay, to convert our project into a jar file. That means we are going to build our project actually. So we are going to use this Naveen tool to build our project as part of the second stage of our pipeline. In the third stage, our pipeline is going to execute the test cases that are present as part of our uh, Spring Boot application. Okay, these test cases will be written by the developers. These are unit test cases. Okay, so they will be using some frameworks like Mockito, PowerMock, and JUnit, and they'll write in the test cases, and these test cases will be executed as part of this third stage of this pipeline. Once the test cases execution is being successful, okay, then the next stage will be executed. That is Sonar Cube stage. What is the Sonar Cube stage? Okay, in the Sonar Cube stage, we are going to integrate our pipeline, our Spring Boot pipeline with the Sonar Cube, where what will happen in the Sonar Cube 2 is it will show the uh, uh, vulnerabilities that are there as part of our dependencies of our Spring Boot application, and it will also show the duplicate code in order to remove. It will show some suggestions. It will give some suggestions as part of the Sonar Cube, so you can modify your Spring Boot application based on a suggestion that is mentioned by the Sonar Cube. Okay, that's the static code analysis that we are going to integrate our pipeline with the Sonar Cube actually mean. Okay, now once the integration of the Sonar Cube got completed, okay, the artifact which is created at the stage of Maven build, this stage, okay, second stage, will be pushed to the actually I put here JFrog. We are going to use S3 as part of this JFrog actually. We are going to push our artifact to the AWS S3 buckets as part of this place actually. Okay. Once the pushing of our Spring Boot application artifact got completed to the S3, our Docker image is going to build. Okay. We are going to convert our Spring Boot application to a Docker image. Okay. So once the Docker image has been built, we are going to scan the Docker image using Trivy tool. Okay, Trivy is one of the tool with which we can find we can scan our Docker image in order to find any vulnerabilities that are present as a part of our Docker image. So once the scanning of our uh, Docker image got completed, we are going to push that Docker image to hub.docker.com. Hub.docker.com is a place where we store our Docker images, like how we are storing our application code in the GitHub repository. In the same way, our Docker images will be stored in the Docker registry, that is hub.docker.com. This is the Docker Hub. Once the image has been stored on the Docker registry, okay, once the image has been stored in the Docker registry, there is no use of having that image on the Jenkins machine. So you need to perform cleanup activities. So as part of the cleanup activities, we are going to remove the image that is present on the Jenkins machine, because if you keep on having the images on the Jenkins machine, what will happen is the Jenkins machine size will be keep on growing, and it will create you it will create a problem in the latter point of time after some days actually. Okay, so you need to regularly clean up you need to regularly perform the cleanup activities as part of your Jenkins pipeline about the data that is not required as part of your pipeline. So now that's a cleanup activity. Once the cleanup activity got completed, a downstream job will be triggered. A downstream pipeline will be triggered. What this downstream pipeline does is downstream pipeline will be updating the version, a new version of our Spring Boot application in the GitHub repository. Okay, so that triggers Argo CD. Argo CD will be deploying the changes to the Kubernetes cluster actually. So it's a complete automation of our Spring Boot application deployment. uh, once this pipeline is being set up, developer should only push the code. Everything, if everything is proper, everything is automated until the deployment of that updated code to the Kubernetes cluster. Actually, so this is full-fledged Jenkins pipeline that we are going to see as part of as a project in this 10 days course duration. Actually, okay, so that's a syllabus, and this is the project that we are going to see actually. Okay, anyone have any questions, please?
Yes. JFrog, why, in which case they use JFrog? JFrog will use to store the artifactory or Docker images.
Both you can do that with JFrog, but mainly JFrog has come into the market to store the artifactory, and after some time JFrog has extended its functionality to store the Docker images also. But uh, as of now, people does not use JFrog. Most of the companies does not use JFrog to store their Docker images. People uses cloud storage repositories like ECR or the Docker Hub. Okay, to store the Docker images actually. Okay, so JFrog is people will be mainly storing their artifacts, but JFrog you can also store the Docker images as well. Okay, no problem with that. JFrog has a capability to store them.
So just artifactory means just some sort of YAML file, right? Am I right?
It's not a YAML file. It's artifact. It's a kind of a zip file. In case of Java, we call it as a jar file. Okay, so it's not a YAML file. Okay,
Okay.
just think it's kind of a zip file. Okay, which contains all the files and folders in that.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And do we need to learn any scripting language and programming language to build or configure the pipeline?
No, no. We are not going to learn any programming language or scripting language to configure any pipeline. It's a declarative pipeline we are going to use. We are not going to use pipeline. Actually, declarative pipeline is the most famously used actually in the industries. Uh, we can create pipelines in two ways: scripting way and the declarative way. We are going to do in a declarative way only. We are not going to use any Groovy scripts in order to create the pipelines.
And do we use a declarative pipeline in the production or in the organization, right?
Yes, declarative pipeline is used in a production as well in our organization. Yes, most of our clients use declarative pipeline. Not all the clients, not most of the clients. All the clients of us use a declarative pipeline only. What's scripted one? Scripted is an old version. Okay, old way of using it.
So Groovy script, everything is the old, right? That is the old style of.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Who are using old pipelines from long time, they will be using scripted pipeline, as you say. Yes, you are right. But who created the pipelines newly from past 5 or 6 years, they are not going to use scripted pipelines. They are going to use declarative pipelines because yeah, that will have performance issues with the scripted pipelines we have. Okay, declarative pipelines is the most used and popular one in the industry. Yes. Okay, so anyone have any questions before moving further with the AWS account creation for you?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, let me move further actually. Okay. So now we are going to install Jenkins on servers. We need a server. We need a server in order to install Jenkins. We are going to provision. We are going to create server on the AWS cloud. Okay. So because that's a real-time way of using Jenkins. Okay. So in order to create a server in the AWS cloud, you need to have AWS account. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You need to create an AWS account, and it is free for 1 year. Okay, 1 year of duration. It does not mean entirely free. You should, there is a limit. You should fall under that limit so that it will be free for 1 year actually. Okay, if you are using high capacity machines, high capacity servers, you will be charged. Okay, so we will be using some servers which will be costed some. I am going to show you 0.0465 something dollars uh, per hour actually. But yeah, we are going to use them as part of our class, but you can use T2.micro, which is free also for your practice. Okay, so how to create an AWS account? Let me show you. You should go to aws.amazon.com. Okay, this page will be appeared for you. This is the page where you can uh, this will be appear for you actually. Okay, once you go here, in your case, if you are going for this page for the first time, you will be seeing sign up here in this option. Okay, but here I am seeing sign in. Okay, because I went many times here. Okay, just click on this one. I am clicking on this one, or in your case, just click on sign up. Okay, 1 second. Let me close this. I am my sign in. 1 second. Okay, let me click on sign in. Okay, now let me click on create a new AWS account. Just click on this, create a new AWS account. Go here, go here, and you enter your email address, okay, and the account name, whatever the name, DevOps or development or your name or my name or whatever the name you want, you can enter as part of this account name. Okay, just click on this verify email address. You are going to get the verification link from your for your email and just verify your account. And there will be a 4 to 5 steps, I think 5 to 6 steps in order to create this AWS account. Just enter the details what they have asked. If the details they have asked is optional, they will be mentioning something called optional at this place, actually at this side place. If you want to enter optional thing, you can enter. If not, you can just ignore the optional fields uh, that need to be entered actually. Now, out of this 5 or 6 different steps in order to create this AWS account, the important step is they are going to ask you your account details, your card details like credit card or debit card number, and they are going to verify whether you are a right person to create an account or not, AWS account or not. They are going to debit, okay, 1 or 2 rupees, I think 2 rupees from your account and recredit you after the verification into your back to your account actually. So here I am unable to show because I don't have any unique email address as of now. All my email address are being used, and yeah. Now the important step is this one. They will ask your bank account details. Just enter that. We can trust AWS people because yeah, without entering that, you cannot create an account. Okay, and the other important step is they are going to ask you the Aadhaar card number or the PAN card. They are going to give some options. Just choose any one of the option you like, Aadhaar card, PAN card, or whatever it is. Just enter the Aadhaar card number there if you choose Aadhaar card. Okay, so once your account, just click on create, and next, enter the details, next, and just create. That's it. Okay, it's very simple. It's as simple as creating your Facebook and Insta accounts. Okay, it's very simple actually. Okay, so these are the two important steps. Please remember that before moving further. Okay, once you have created an account, AWS people says that your account will be activated within next 24 hours, but it is a maximum time they are going to take. Your account will be immediately activated. Okay, most of the time. Okay, your account will be immediately activated most of the time. Actually, AWS keeps 24 hours as a buffer time actually if there is any problem. Okay, that's a thing. Okay, once your account is created, just click on sign in to this one. Click on sign in or go back to the same aws.amazon.com, aws.amazon.com, and you will be seeing the option called okay, just let me go here. Okay, in this place, here you have the IAM user sign in. Okay, just do not use this. If you are new to AWS, do not use this. Click on this, sign in using root email address. Click on sign in using root email address. Click on this. Okay, now root user email address, whatever the email address that you have used in order to create an account, just enter that email address here. So let me enter my email address. Okay, this is the email address. Just click on next. And okay, it is asking for me this one. Let me enter this. It is going to ask you the password. Just enter the password. This password you'll be setting while creating an account. Okay, it will be asking you for the first time if you are using creating an AWS account. For you, it will not ask for the MFA code. I have configured the MFA code for my AWS account so that it is asking me for the security reasons I have configured. Okay, this is your AWS console. Okay, so here you will be seeing empty. Okay, here I am getting all these things, but you will be seeing empty in your case if you are creating the AWS account for the first time actually. Okay, this is going to be your AWS console. Okay, here just click on the here this option. Okay, so I am going here we have a region, we call it as region in AWS. Okay, just click on this region. Okay, and we can create our servers in multiple regions actually. Okay, do not create, we can create, but you do not create one server in one region, other server in another region. You don't create like that, because if you forgot to terminate the server, you will be charged actually. So stick to one region. I am sticking to Mumbai region. Just click on this Mumbai region. Okay, that means AP South 1. You can say that AP South 1 is the Mumbai region. Just I am going to stick to this, and all the infrastructure, all the servers which I am going to create, I am going to create as part of this Mumbai region. And just click on this. Okay, so yeah, you just verify one more time. Are you there as part of the Mumbai region or not? Because that I am there as part of the Mumbai region. Okay, once you are there as part of the Mumbai region, you will be seeing search option in this place. You can see that this is the search box, search dialog box. Just click on this search box and search for EC2. EC2 is, see, AWS account, AWS cloud is a combination of multiple services which they are going to provide to us. Okay, we are going to use that services. Like that, one of the service we have is EC2, where we can create our servers, virtual servers. We are going to create as part of the servers. We are going to create as part of this. Click on this EC2, just search for EC2 and click on this EC2. Okay, so your EC2 console will be opened. You can see that this is your EC2 console. You can see that this is your EC2 console. Now, in the left side menu, go to key pairs. Okay, in the left side menu, go to key pairs. Okay, it's kind of a password you need to create for your server actually. First, you need to create a key pair. Just click on this key pairs. In my case, there are two key pairs that are there in my account. But as you created your account for the first time, your there will be no key pairs present in your account actually. Okay, so please increase the font. One second, let me increase the font. Uh, okay, there will not be any key pairs present in your account. Okay, so what you need to do, just click on this screen will be empty for you. For me, it is there are two, but for you it is empty. Okay, just click on create a key pair. Just click on create a key pair. Just give a key pair a name. Okay, let me give Jenkins name as Jenkins. Okay, now do not modify anything. Just give a name and click on create a key pair. Okay, once you clicked on create a key pair, it is going to download a file which contains some data. Okay, that's kind of a secret that will be acting as a secret. Just download that file uh, and put it in a safe place. Okay, just click on replace. I'm going to click on replace. You can see that I am placing in this safe place actually, and on top on my laptop. Okay, so here we have created a key pair. This is how you need to create a key pair. Once the key pair is created, in the left side menu, click on instances. What is the instance? Is a servers only. Okay, EC2 machines, instances, servers, all these virtual machines, all this refers to same meaning. Okay, so click on this instances. Once you clicked on these instances, okay, click on this launch instances. Click on this launch instances. Okay, once you clicked on this launch instance, I am saying how to create a server. We have created a key pair just now how to create a server, I am saying that one. Okay, how to create a server, just go to instances here and click on this launch instances. Give instance or the server a name. Instance, server, virtual machine, EC2 machine, everything is same actually. Okay, so let me give a server with name Jenkins. You can see that I am giving a server name called Jenkins. In this, go to the bottom and which type of operating system for you want for your machine. Okay, I am choosing Ubuntu operating system. You can see that I am choosing Ubuntu operating system that I want for my virtual machine actually. Okay, now go to the bottom and select the instance type. Instance type is the place where you need to select actually where you will be posted actually. If you are using this T2.micro type of instance, what this instance type means, if you select this instance type, your virtual machine is going to get one CPU, 1 GB memory, okay, based on the capacity of CPU and the capacity of memory that your machine is going to get, that your virtual machine or the virtual server is going to get, your instance type varies actually. If you select T2.micro, which is free, okay, free tier eligible, it's a free actually, free of cost for you. And I am going to select T2.medium, that is, it will provide 2 CPUs and 4 GB memory for my Jenkins machine, which will cost me 0.0496 US dollars per hour actually, because I need to use high capacity machine to now to explain the demo. I am using two T2.medium machine. Just click on this T2.medium machine. Now, it is not free for me. It will be costing me 0.0496 US dollars per hour actually. Okay, so if you are using this T2.micro for your practice, it will be free for you. Okay, because you are in the free tier account, just now you have created your account. Okay, that will be free for 1 year. I am using this T2.media. It will not be free for me. That's the thing. Okay, now in the key pair section, previously, before one step back, we have created a key pair. That key pair will be appeared here. You can see that Jenkins key pair, which we have created there, has been appeared here actually. Just select this key pair. Select this key pair. Actually, do not modify anything. Okay, once the key pair has been selected, okay, go to this network settings. In this network settings, click on this select existing security group. Click on this select existing security group. Okay, if you click on this select existing security group, you will be finding common security groups, and click on this drop down list box. Here, for me, these are the list of security groups is showing, but in your case, it will only show the one that is default security group. Just select the default security group. Actually, select this default security group and go to the storage. Then here, how much amount of storage, that means space, that you want to give for your virtual machine or server or the EC2 machine or the server, whatever it is. Okay, how much amount of storage that you want to give in order to store the data. Okay, I want to give for my virtual machine 15 GB of storage for my virtual machine actually. Okay, so this is the different configurations that you need to give. One is name, just give the name. It's an option, you can give or not, that's your gift. I'm giving a name called Jenkins. I am selecting the operating system of Ubuntu, and I am selecting the T2.medium, which gives me 2 CPUs and 4 GB memory for my virtual machine. And the key pair I am selecting, that is Jenkins. And in the network settings, I am selecting select an existing security group. And in the drop-down list box, I am selecting the default, and I am giving 15 GB of storage for my virtual machine. And once you have selected all these configurations, just click on launch instance. Just click on launch instance. Okay, now your instance is launched. That means your server is created. Okay, just wait. You can see that it is in pending state and it is created. It is going to come into running state. Actually, we need to wait for some time. In the olden days where the cloud is not there, EC2 was introduced in the cloud in the 2006. Okay, where the cloud is not there, to create a virtual machine, we need to book an appointment, and we need to book something like that. So it is how easy enough to create a virtual machine. In nowadays, you can see that within minutes it is going to create a virtual machine. Okay, just refresh. It is in running state, but you can see that here it is in initializing. It should come something like this 2x2 health checks passed. Okay. Let's wait for it to completely initialize. Okay, let it initialize. Let me explain one more thing to you. Okay, so for this machine, this is the machine that got just created. Click on this checkbox. Click on this checkbox. Okay, and just click on this button. Okay, it will come to something like that. It will come. It will show you the details, metadata of this machine. Actually, it will show you the details of this particular machine. Right now, just click on the security. Just click on the security. Okay, and in the security, just in the security groups, under the security groups, click on this security group. Click on this security group. Okay, so click on this edit inbound rules. Click on this edit inbound rules. Okay, you need to select this rule actually. How you can add this as rule? You need to click on add rule. If you are creating instance for the first time, this rule will not be there for you. Okay, just click on add rule. Select all traffic in this all traffic and select in the custom anywhere IPv4. Just click on save. That's it. Okay, you need to that's it. Okay, so let me delete this, which is already this rule is there with me, and click on save rules. And you have not made any changes. Fine. Let me click on cancel. See, what is this security group? What is the security group? We should not do anything blindly, right? So let me show you what is a security group actually. Suppose, let me remove all these things. Just this one. Okay, so this is the virtual machine we have created. Okay, that means it's a server. Okay, so this server will be we have attached a security group for this server. Actually, it's a kind of a gateway. It's a gate for this server actually. What kind of traffic should be entered into the server? Who should request? What kind of traffic should be entered into the server? Okay, will be decided by this security group. Okay, so if the security group blocks all the traffic, then you cannot enter into the server. Actually, it's a gateway where we can block and we can allow the traffic, the incoming traffic to this virtual machine or the server. Actually, that's a security group actually. Okay, that's a security group as part of the AWS, we call it as. Okay, let me go here. Okay, now let me go to instances again, whether it has been created or not. Okay, let me see, refresh. Yeah, you can see that. We can see that the 2 by 2 health checks has been passed. You can see that here we have 2 by 2 health checks has been passed. Now, how to enter into this virtual machine? See, in order to install Jenkins, you need to enter into this virtual machine. You need to go inside this machine. How to enter into this machine actually? Click on, just click on this checkbox of that particular machine. Click on connect, click on connect. Okay, just do not modify anything. Scroll down to the bottom and click on connect. Okay, click on connect actually. If you are unable to connect, the main problem is with the security group under the security option. You should allow this rule, uh, uh, right? So that you will be able to uh, perform connection to that particular machine. Okay, it is establishing connection. Let's wait for it to complete. Okay, and while establishing connection, let me click on refresh. Okay, let me go here to the security groups. Everything is fine. Let me click on edit security group and all traffic. Okay, fine. Error occurred while establishing connection. That's fine actually. Now, what I can do is let me close this and let me delete this existing rule and let me re-add the rule. Delete this existing rule, add the rule, new rule. That is all traffic and anywhere IPv4. Just click on save rules and let me go here. Once again, on this one here and click on this instances. Click on connect. Okay, all ports are open. Okay, that's fine. And one, two, click on connect. If you do not do the payment, also like in our AWS account, if you are charged and if you do not do the payment, also this kind of problems will appear. Yeah, I am able to log into the instance now. You can see that I am inside the instance sudo su hyphen. Okay, so let me, okay, this is the instance. That means this is the virtual machine I have logged into. Actually, you can see that here. This is the virtual machine I have logged into. And where we are going to install Jenkins in this virtual machine, we are going to install Jenkins actually. Now, let me clear the screen. Actually. Okay. Now we have created a virtual. We have created a key pair. We have created a virtual machine. We have logged into the virtual machine. And now how to install Jenkins. Okay. In order to install Jenkins, you need to sudo su hyphen. You need to go to root user actually. This is kind of Linux, all this Linux uh, commands. Okay, just click on enter. Okay, for the Jenkins, the prerequisite is Java. Okay, you need to install Java first. Okay, let me install one by one command which we have. Okay, let me go here and let me go here actually. See here, let me perform the update. You need to update the packages. Okay, just update the packages that are there. And you need to install Java. I am installing Java 17. Let it complete fully. Yeah, let me install Java 17. It is asking for the confirmation. Just click on Y and click on install. Enter. Click on enter. It will go to install Java 17. Once the Java is installed, just verify whether it is installed properly or not. Yeah, you can see that Java hyphen hyphen version. Okay, You can see that my Java 17. This is a command to check whether the Java is installed properly or not. You can see that Java, it is saying that Java has been installed with 17 version. Actually, you can see that here. Right. Once the Java has been installed, you need to install Jenkins. Okay, let me copy the Jenkins commands. Install that one. Let me put this one. Okay, now these are provided to us by the Jenkins document. Just copy it from there. That's it. It's not a magic. Just okay. So let me click on copy this and install Jenkins. Copy it and installing Jenkins. Actually, click on Y and click on enter. It is going to install Jenkins soon. Let's wait for it to complete. Okay, you can see that Jenkins is installed. And what we are going to do now, let's check whether the Jenkins is been running or not. How to check the Jenkins is running or not? Systemctl status Jenkins. Okay, you can see that Jenkins is active and in running state. Active and in a running state. What you can do is go to your server. Just go to your AWS account and the server. We copy this public IPv4 address. Copy this public IPv4 address. Go to your new tab in your browser. Go to the new tab in your browser. Paste this IP address colon EIT something like this. Click on enter because Jenkins will be running on port number EIT. This is a default port of the Jenkins. You need to use this default port. Once you have uh, searched for that, you will be seeing your Jenkins console. You will be seeing your Jenkins console. So it is asking for you as you are installed for the first time. It is asking for the administrator password. Where you can find administrator password is copy this path, copy this path. Okay, this is a path that is given to us. Go to your server and just do cat and paste the copied path. You can see that this is the password, that is the administrator password. It is only asking for the first time when the Jenkins is newly installed. It is not asked always. Just paste this password, click on continue, click on continue. I don't want to say this as of now. Okay, we are going to get two different options: install suggested plugins or select plugins to install. Actually, I am going to select this install suggested plugins. If any plugins I want to need extra, I'm going to install manually after logging into Jenkins, not now. And I'm clicking on this install suggested plugins as of now. Just click on this one. Okay. It is installing the plugins. Let's wait for it to complete. We cannot move further without this. Yes, your installation of plugins got completed. Suggested plugins, give the username. It is going to ask, let me give some username. In the password, let me give some password and let me confirm the password. Confirm password full name. Okay, let me give something like this. And let me give this email. Right. Just click on the save and click on save and finish and click on start using Jenkins. And you can see that this is your Jenkins console. Okay, this is your Jenkins console. I don't like this theme actually. Let me click on this manage Jenkins and let me go to appearance and let me go to dark theme and apply and save actually. Okay, let me click on this and you can see that this is my Jenkins console where we can create our Jenkins pipelines, where we can create our Jenkins pipeline. Okay, so this is the Jenkins console. You can just click on log out if you want to log out. Okay, you can use the username and password SHIBA. Okay, you can see that this is my Jenkins console. Okay, let me put this IP address as well as the port number in chat. If you want, you can access from your machines from your browser. Okay, and the password, like username is Shiva, and the password is also going to be the Shiva. Okay, just if you want to explore from your side, just without creating any AWS account, just for your simple use case. So you can explore this. Uh, this is what how you can create the different things actually. Okay, so what we have seen today is we have seen the different course concepts and we have seen the project that we are going to do and we have seen how to create an AWS account and we have seen how to uh, like how to create an pairs virtual machine, how to install Jenkins, how to access Jenkins, and what are the different things that you need to perform after logging into after installing Jenkins. So we have seen all these things today actually. So if you have any questions, you can ask any questions, please. Is that fine? Is that clear, understandable?
Yes, clear.
Okay.
So in the going forward, we'll create the uh, more nodes for Jenkins, the master node, child node.
Yes, yes. There's only one node Jenkins. We are going to create slave nodes actually. See, in the Jenkins terminology for the master, we call it as master as well as controller. We call it as the main Jenkins terminology. We call it as master as a controller. Okay, we are going to create a slave nodes and we are going to attach our slave nodes with the Jenkins master or the controller node actually. Yes, we are going to do that in the future, in the next class itself. Okay.
So where we'll use the cloud base, right? In which case this one they use cloud
Which one?
base, cloud base, cloud base. There is some graphical interface.
No. Cloud bees. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Cloud bees have listened actually, but
Okay.
I'm not sure cloud bees actually. I'm not sure about that. We did not use anywhere cloud bees for our clients. No, our customers did not use anything, but I've listened somewhere cloud bees. Yes, go ahead. For the graphical user interface, as you say, we have some plugin, uh, Blue Ocean.
Okay.
Maybe it's also a kind of a cloud base. A cloud base is also kind of a Blue Ocean. I think, as you say, you are a it's a graphical user interface.
Yeah, it's correct. Cloud base, as you said, blue. What
Yeah,
is that? Blue,
Blue Ocean.
blue ocean.
Yeah. Okay. For the newly who joined today, and this is the as this a very short batch, actually 10 days batch, right? So only 1 day demo that is today itself, and from tomorrow the link is going to be changed. Uh, Other link you are going to receive once you have uh, registered for the course. And what I mean to say is just go ahead and register for the course if you are interested. And we will meet in the next class. with the other concept, the master slave architecture and creating a pipelines and exploring the console and all these things. Yeah, that's how we move further. And any questions, anyone? Before?
So Saturday, Sunday, no class, right? Only.
No. So there is no class on Saturday and Sunday. Only
Okay.
weekdays.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for joining. Who are old also, you will be getting a new link tomorrow. Please please check your emails. Do not forget to that, because do not join in the old emails, old links, because you will not be able to join the class actually. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for joining. I'll meet you in the next class. Bye.